Doing it back here again for our video. In this video, I'm going to be showing off two very cool horror big box VHSs. Now, I am very excited and happy to own both of these because these are two horror big box VHSs that I've been wanting ever since I first started collecting horror big boxes. Actually, the second one I'm going to show was actually one of the first horror big boxes I ever saw anyone show off on YouTube. So I am very happy and excited to own that. So yeah, like I said, I got two very cool horror big boxes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first one I'm going to show is a new Magnum Entertainment big box of The Night After Halloween. Just look at this. I absolutely love this. First off, I love the title because they're just trying to make it sound like it's they're of course they're trying to cash in on Halloween, of course, but they're trying to make it sound like it's worse than Halloween. It's the night after Halloween. Even the tagline at the top, they thought it was over, but the real horror began the night after Halloween. I love that. They're trying to cash in on Halloween, and they're also trying to make it sound like it's like way worse. Like, oh, this was way worse than what happened on Halloween, and I just love that. I mean, you got this really nice blood splatter around the title, and the title has this yellow font around it. Really love that. And right here are some of the cast members and Magnum Entertainment. And then here's the actual cover itself. Give you guys a close-up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can kind of see a shadow of a person right here holding a knife. Very cool. And then here is a tabletop. And it actually has a October calendar. And the knife is actually stuck in the spot after Halloween, which of course would be November 1st, which with a little bit of blood. I just absolutely love this artwork. That's the main thing I've loved about this big box is I just love this artwork with the knife, stuck into the October calendar. It's this, and it's November 1st, the spot after Halloween, and the fact that they're just trying to cash in on Halloween is just awesome, I think. Here's the spine, which I think is faded, because the other spines, the red isn't as, it doesn't look red, it looks more sort of orangey, so I think this side might be faded, because on all the other sides, and the top and bottom, the red is nice and bright, like right here, it says VHS, and then on the spine, the red is really nice and really bright, which I absolutely love. I love the really nice red. And in the back is just a close-up of the calendar and, the knife. And, right there it's 31st and then the knife. And then here's the synopsis of the movie. And there's some blood. And then there's some blood around where it says rated R. They really tried to make it look like this was a really bloody slasher film. But actually, when I posted this in a horror VHS collector group that I'm in, actually good collectors are actually good tapes collectors are actually good tapes unite is one of the groups that I'm in. And when I posted this in that group, somebody commented, spoiler, it's not a horror movie. So yeah, apparently this is not a horror movie, so I have no idea. I mean, I've always thought it was a slasher film, but apparently it's not, so I don't know what to expect with this. For anyone wondering, I am in two horror VHS collectors groups on Facebook. I'm in Actually Good Tapes Unite, which was the name that I was trying to say, and that one was actually started by Dan Kinham, who is the founder of VHS Shitfest. They are a really great VHS collecting website. They've also released a few films on VHS. I've talked about their documentary, Adjust Your Tracking, but I am in that group, and I'm also in Horror VHS Collectors Unite. So for some reason, I was getting both their names mixed up. I have posted this in both of them, but if anyone, is interested in collecting VHS, for anyone who's not a big VHS collector, and if anyone is interested in it, I recommend checking out those two groups. But if you are a VHS collector, then I'm sure you know about those two. There's several other ones, but yeah, those are just the two main ones that I'm in. But anyway, guys, The Night After Halloween, even though it might not be a horror movie, I'm still very happy to own this. I just love, I love the knife in the calendar. I love the blood, just everything about this. And like I said, this has been one that I've been wanting for such a long time. Now the next one I'm going to show was one of the first horror big box VHSs that I ever saw on YouTube. I've talked about this before, but the first person that I ever saw show off big box VHSs on YouTube was Very Crudely Yours, and he was the first person to kind of introduce me to horror big boxes and what they were, and he also was the first person to introduce me into YouTube like movie collectors, because at that point I didn't know that movie collectors, or I didn't know that people posted videos showing off their movies. And the first video that I ever saw was on his channel called Rarest DVDs in My Collection, and that was the first ever video I watched of someone showing off their movies or their DVDs on YouTube. So I really owe a lot to him for introducing me to that. And he doesn't do YouTube anymore. His channel got deleted because he hasn't posted anything. He is the writer of The Sins of Cinema, which is a really good review website. If you guys don't know what that is, I'll leave a link down below to it. But he does post reviews on there. He hasn't done one in a while. But back to the VHS. He was the first person to ever start to ever introduce me into people collecting VHS on YouTube, and collecting movies as well. Because back then I thought that, like a lot of people, I thought VHS was dead. And I still had a lot of VHS in my collection, but I was mostly moving on to DVD. And then he started doing videos showing off his VHS collection, and it made me want to get back into collecting VHS. Well, anyway, one of the first horror big boxes that he ever showed on his channel was this particular big box. I'm very happy to own it. It is a Wizard video I've always wanted, and that is of Lucio Fulci's Zombie. Just look at that. Absolutely love this image right here, the classic image of the zombie head, and then the tagline up here, "We are going to eat you." Very, very cool. This is an original. This is not a reissue. And it's also, as you can tell, it is a white label. And I might be wrong, but I believe, and I heard this from Very Crudely Yours, so if I'm wrong, but I believe he said that the white label meant that it was a first pressing, which is very cool. You can also get this, I assume you can also get this big box with the black label, and all the other Wizard videos that I've seen have black labels. But yeah, guys, just look at this. I'm just so happy to own it. Let me give you guys a close-up. The original Lucio Fulci classic. Zombie. The Dead. Now, the title is faded a bit. It's supposed to be just as red as, the tagline. But, you know what? That doesn't bother me, because to be honest, I'd rather have a faded original Wizard video than one of the reissues. I don't want any of those reissues. I want the originals, and I'm, perfectly fine with just having a slightly faded original, because the rest of the box is actually in really good condition. Like right here it says Zombie. It even has a little seal right here on the top, which is very cool. There's the spine. Another spine. And the back. And as you can see, it says Zombie in this kind of nice red color, which is what it's supposed to be on the front. The Dead Are Among Us. A couple of stills. And the Wizard video logo. So yeah, guys. This has been the one Wizard video I've always wanted, and I'm so happy to finally have it in my collection. The person that sent it to me actually sent it to me in a protective sleeve, but I don't know if it got damaged during shipping or what, because it's kind of falling apart. But that was nice of him. But like I said, very happy to finally have this in my collection, because this was one of the first, I actually think it was the first big box horror VHS that I ever saw on YouTube, and I'm just really happy to own it. So yeah, guys, that was my horror big box VHS update. Like I said, I do believe that the white label on the Wizard video means it is a first pressing. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments, if you know. But because I would say I'm knowledgeable about, you know, horror VHS and the companies, but I'm not 100%. Like I don't, you know, I don't have a huge wealth of knowledge because I've only been collecting like rare tapes and stuff. Of course, I've had VHS my entire life, but I only just started collecting, you know, horror big boxes and started learning about that stuff over the past few years. But anyway, guys, like I said, let me know what you guys think. And I'll leave a link down below to Parton, or Very Crudely Yours was his name on YouTube. I'll leave a link down below to his website, The Sense of Cinema. Go check it out. And I'll also leave a link down below to the two horror VHS Facebook groups that I'm in. If you're interested and you want to join, I'll leave them both down in the comments. Anyway, guys, I mean down in the description box, not the comments. So sorry, guys, I'm a little bit tired. I just got home from work. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I hope everyone has a great night.